What is up, guys? This is the Average Tony coming back to you with yet another average video, and today I just wanted to take a quick second before we get the video started to say thank you guys for all the continued support. It's very much appreciated, all the participation during the live streams, all the continued comments and likes, all that fun stuff. And thank you guys for continuing to enjoy the ride. As of right now, you can see that the set is getting remodeled every single year. We are seeing new stuff, and it's only going to keep getting better. So once again, thank you guys. Just wanted to take a quick second to show my appreciation, my gratitude to all of you. And yeah, enjoy the video. Hopefully you guys will have a great day. And on to today's list. Today we're going to be discussing something very small. We're going to be talking about 5 cars that actually disappointed me in the Simpson Center run. Now, since this is going to be a lot more heavily opinion-based, more based on my own experiences, I am going to have to give quite a number of controversy alerts. Now, these are cars that I had high expectations for, some that gave me really high hopes, but in the end of the day, it just ended leaving me with a big frown on my face. So, on to the top 5. This is the most disappointing cars in the Simpson Center run. Let's kick things off with a car that I don't have that much hate towards, and it's Mo Sedan. Not too much I can say about the Sedan other than the fact that this car did not have Mo in it at any point in the game. On top of that, there really was no purpose of ever using this vehicle in any type of level or mission. I don't really hate it, I just don't like that it never really served a real purpose in the game, nor is it really fun to use outside of the missions. It's just kind of there, kind of like this YouTube channel, right? Probably could have benefited more if Mo was actually an available driver. I'm going to be totally straight up, these next couple cars I actually freaking hate. Coming up next is the Honor Roller. I generally love Bart as a character, but the Honor Roller for me was, in my opinion, the worst starter vehicle in the entire game. I have a whole other video about that, but let's stay on the topic here. Typically with the starter vehicles, you want to use them quite often in the levels or at least a few times in the missions. I don't want to get anywhere near this thing. The car feels really slow, especially during the street races. The needle front of the car has proven to be an issue on occasions while playing the game. In this case, I never find myself wanting to use this car and would much prefer the sports car that you could find in the streets. Or even if you wanted to, you could even get Mo Sedan, which is attainable in this level as well. It's a sad day when you prefer an NPC car to the actual vehicles available to you in the level. Those controversy alerts I talked about, here they come. The zombie car. I really love the look of this car, but when I saw it, I kind of knew that there was going to be something wrong with it. I don't know why. I think it's the little box figure that it has. Something about it just threw me off. I get it. Many of you out there love this car, but I cannot get over the fact that this car is one of the worst when it comes to controlling. When I drive with this thing around, it drifts uncontrollably, and I'm getting knocked around in buildings. It seems like it's supposed to be a very durable vehicle, and it kind of is, but the fact that there's just no control with this car, it makes you a lot more prone to crashes, and therefore you will eventually destroy the vehicle. I know zombies are supposed to be brainless, but my god, would I have never guessed that the car would be so brain dead as well. I tend to steer away from ever using this car for any kind of free roaming. I'm sorry, I just had to say it. If you have watched at least a certain number of my videos, then this entry will come as no surprise to you. The Globex villain car. I had so much hope for this car when I first saw it, and I thought it would be one of my favorites of all time. It had an amazing design and some very impressive stats. However, the mission it was built for made me hate it more than anything. I'm definitely not hating on those of you that love the Globex villain car. I'm just simply saying your opinion is wrong. My issues with this villain car is how wide it is, and how it ends up knocking me around when trying to get in between narrow pathways. If the side of the car hits anything, it is more than likely that it will get knocked around and can waste time on any mission. And I can already hear all the fanboys, but Johnny, I did everything with this car. That's fine. That's fine. This is about me, not you. I will say that this car is fun to use for free roaming, but definitely not something that I want to use for actual missions. I don't care how much you try to convince me that this car is good, but I cannot get with it. Coming in last, but definitely least, it's the Hoverbike. The Hoverbike is the car I was most excited about in this whole game. It had such an amazing design, amazing stats, everything about it just looks so freaking cool. We've seen smaller vehicles that were accessible in the game, but when I saw this Hoverbike, I thought it would be the most convenient vehicle to use. Finally, there's a vehicle I can use to get through those little narrow areas. Also, considering this was found in the last level, this had to be a bike sent to us from the gods. But newsflash, this thing sucks. Its control is terrible, and that just makes going into narrow pathways useless. And don't even get me started on how horribly balanced this thing is. I will not tell you how many times I had trouble with this thing flopping around just trying to stand up on its own. Running into any poles or objects will for sure knock you back a few blocks. Try to drive this thing around and you will for sure be bullied for a majority of the ride. Just stick with the red brick car. At least you know what you're expecting there. So those were the vehicles that disappointed me the most in the Simpsons in a run. I know it's been a while since I've dropped the top list. I think this might actually be the first one of 2021. Can you believe it? So, happy late new year to all of you. But nonetheless, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you do have any other cars that disappointed you, of course, drop them in the comments. Let me know what they were, or let me know how much you disagree with me as well, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a handful of those. Nonetheless, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you're going to have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the very next one.